Alright, today we have a grid, an n by n grid, and our target is to find out how many ways we can travel on this grid. Okay, see, in how many ways can a person travel from point A to point B if they can only move right or down? This is a 2 by 3 grid. So we have the height of the grid is 2 and the width of the grid is 3. So this is the start point at the top left corner, and the target is to move to the end point at the bottom right corner. So the person can move in 3 ways. The first way is to move right, down, which is right, down. The second way is to move right, down, down, right. And the third way is to move down, right. Okay, 3 ways. Now, we sorry. So checking up here, if we are to start from this starting point, we have to shrink this problem to a smaller problem. If we are starting from this point here, in how many ways can we start from this point here? Imagine that we have a 1 by 1 grid. In how many ways can we navigate a 1 by 1 grid? We can navigate a 1 by 1 grid by only one way, because the start point here, if we have a 1 by 1 grid like this point here becomes the starting point, and it's also the end point. So if we have to find out how many ways for a grid, a 1 by 1 grid is just one way. So if we have a 0 by 0 grid, which cannot exist, that means we have 0 ways of navigating a 0 by 0 or an 8 by 0 or a 1 by 0 grid. And as such, that becomes our base case. Now for this, we have a 2 by 3 grid. We have two options. We can either go right or we can go down. So 2 by 3, this is our starting point. If we go down, it becomes a 2 by 2 down. If we go right, it becomes a 2 by 2 grid. If we go down, it becomes a 1 by 3 grid, thereby shrinking our problem to a much smaller problem. If we go right here, right becomes a 1 by 2 grid, and down becomes a 0 by 3 grid, hitting the base case. Now once we get 0 and 1 by 1, that becomes our base case. We can still move further here by going this way and going this way. We can move right here, and when we move right, we go 2 by 1 grid, and we can move down here. And if we move down, we can get to a 1 by 2 grid. We can continue this logic. If we continue this logic, when we get here, we go right again and we go left again. If we go right down here, moving right means we have a 2 by 0 grid. We have hit the base case. And the same here, we have 1 by 1 grid. So the same logic continues over here. We have 1 by 1 grid going right and down. So alright, with this, at least we can see what we are trying to talk about. This is a 2 by 0 to 2 by 0 grid, and this over here, let me draw it long so we can see, is 1 by 1 grid. 1 by 1 grid. Now 1 by 1 grid is also a base case. Alright, so we have a proper understanding of what this is. So let's jump right into making this happen. Now, as you can see here, the grid takes two parameters, m and n, which are the dimensions of two-dimensional surface, two-dimensional grid, either a 2 by 3 grid or a 3 by 3 grid. So the first thing we do is to align the base case. If m is equal to a 1 by 1 grid, we'll return that we have one way of traveling from the top of the grid to the bottom right corner of the grid. If m is 0 on any side, either a 0 by 1 or a 1 by 0 or a 10 by 0, it will zero out. So that is, we return 0. Then after that, we can do a recursive call. We can put an else clause, else. We return so we call the grid traveler function again. Return grid traveler. I use double L. Traveler m minus 1. I'm going downwards. and n remains the same, and plus the next movement we call the grid traveler function again. Grid traveler, and we're going leaving, moving right, and this time we are moving down, n minus 1. Okay, beautiful. We return that. This is it. So with this we can call the travel, and let's say 2 by 3 grid. Let's copy this. Full copy. Let's do this. So with this now, we can go and check on our terminal window. We'll navigate to our file. See, grid name error. Oh, I have a typo. I have to fix my typo. I said gig traveler. So let me fix my typo. Where is the gig traveler? Okay. Grid traveler and gig traveler. Okay. Back to my terminal window, and wow, voila, 3 ways. And the next we had 35 ways. We are in business. Wonderful. Thank you.